Every single day, the objects all around us are quietly shaping our decisions. They've all been designed. But what if that design could be used to nudge us, to build a more sustainable world? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into.
It sounds like a simple question, right? But it gets right to the heart of a massive problem. We treat our planet like it's this giant, bottomless bin. But here's the thing. There is no away. Everything we throw out has to go somewhere. And that's a system that, frankly, just can't last. For centuries, we've been stuck on this linear path on the left. We take resources from the earth, we make something, and then we waste it. It is a one-way street straight to the landfill. But the alternative is this beautiful circular loop on the right. A system where we make something, we use it, we return it, and then we remake it into something new. It's regenerative, and the absolute key to making it all work is design. So, how in the world do we get from that straight line to a closed loop? Well, the answer lies in an idea called circular design.
Now, circular design isn't just a fancy word for recycling. No, it's a much bigger, more holistic way of thinking. It's about keeping products and materials in use and at their highest possible value for as long as we can. The whole goal is to design waste out of the picture from the very, very beginning.
And here's why that beginning part is so critical. According to the European Union, a staggering 80% of a product's entire environmental impact is determined, it's locked in, right at the design phase, 80%. That means the choices a designer makes before a product even exists have these enormous consequences down the line.
Okay, so to pull this off, circular designers really focus on three key strategies to manage how materials and resources flow through our economy. Let's break them down. First, they focus on slowing the loop. This means designing things to be durable, easy to repair, things that are built to last. Second, they work on closing the loop. This is where we make sure materials can actually be reclaimed and turned into something new, not just downcycled. And third, they're constantly narrowing the flow, which is all about being more efficient, using fewer resources and less energy in the first place. Now, this all sounds great on a big industrial scale, right? But how does it actually affect you and me in our daily lives? Well, these very same principles are being used to design the products we use every single day, and in doing so, they're shaping our habits and our behaviors. And this is the crucial takeaway. We are talking about a fundamental shift in the relationship between us and our stuff. The goal isn't just to make a green product, but to design an interaction that encourages a greener outcome. It's about how we use the thing. To make this happen, designers have a whole toolkit of strategies they can use to influence our actions. And it's not just a simple on or off switch. Think of it more like a spectrum, ranging from really subtle suggestions to complete hands-off automation. You can picture it like this scale. On one end, you have total control over your choices. It's all on you. On the other end, the product or the system makes the sustainable choice for you, automatically. So let's look at three key strategies that fall all along the spectrum. First up, way over on the full control side, we have eco-feedback. This is all about giving you information. Think about a smart meter in your home showing you exactly how much energy you're using and what it costs in real time. It gives you all the data, but the decision to, turn off the lights, that's still 100% yours. Next, moving into the middle of our spectrum, you get behavior steering. This is where the design makes the sustainable choice the easiest choice. It's the default. Your computer going into sleep mode after a few minutes is the perfect example. Yeah, sure you can go into the settings and change it, but the default option gently steers you towards saving energy without you even having to think about it. And finally, all the way at the other end of the scale, we have persuasive technology. This is where your control is basically removed from the equation to guarantee a green outcome. Those motion sensor lights in an office hallway are a classic example. They turn on when you're there, and they turn off when you leave. The system makes the decision for you, ensuring no energy is ever wasted.
So as we see these kinds of technologies become more and more a part of our lives, it raises this really important question, right? It's about the trade-off we're making between our own personal freedom of choice and the overall health of our planet.
All right, let's do a super quick recap. We've seen that our old take, make, waste economy is fundamentally broken. We've learned that circular design gives us a real path forward. We found out that a massive 80% of a product's impact is decided at the design stage. And most importantly, we explored how designers can use this whole spectrum of strategies, from simple feedback to full automation, to shape our daily habits for the better. Which brings us to our final question, and this one's for you to think about. From a smart meter that just informs you to a light that decides for you, where do you draw the line?
How much of your personal control are you willing to trade for a guaranteed sustainable outcome? It's a really big question, and it's one we'll all be answering, one product at a time. Thanks for joining me.